Whatnot is definitely a marathon that you have to sprint the whole way. If you want to know what my 11-day update is, stay tuned. Let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we got that vintage flair. You name it, we got it. All the styles you want to wear. Started small, now we... Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resell, and you know I'm gonna package while I chat about today's Whatnot sale. So today was Monday mix-up. Actually, I'm gonna say the words today, but this was yesterday's show. I'm packaging the next morning. So I'm packaging on Tuesday, but this was Monday's show. In case, yeah. But on this show, it was called Monday Mix, which it's a show that I'm going to do every Monday, and it's just going to be dollar starts, a mix of pre-owned as well as new tag items. And yeah, I'm just going to mix it up each Monday. If I don't foresee myself continuing on with Mondays after August. So in August, I'm just doing a marathon of shows. But once I get through this month, I will not be going live every single day. I want to do 5 days a week. And I'm thinking that I'm going to take Sunday off as well as Monday off. And just do shows Tuesday through Saturday. So that is kind of my plan. So I'll have to rearrange the names of the shows and when they are and stuff, because I won't be going live every day. But this time period is just giving me a little thought of to how I want to proceed once in September. So today's show was okay. Here's how it started out. Here's what happened. So it started out really slow. I think I must have ran like 30 items. And you know, like that gets frustrating where you're trying to talk and be positive and nobody's bidding on your stuff. You don't even have people in your room. They come in your room and they go out in like 2 seconds. But I was optimistic, and I'm like, you know what? I set this rack up. I'm going to run through this whole rack. And I was only running for 10 seconds. And so I ran through the whole rack, or I started running. And then some of the people who had bookmarked my shows and had purchased from me started coming in just to say hi. And one of the guests that came in, and if you're watching, because she watches my YouTube videos, she commented on, she got her first package, and she loved how nice it was packaged and everything. And really, if I wouldn't have sold anything yesterday, that compliment was enough to keep me going. Because it's hard when you're not selling things and you're like trying an experiment like I am, and you're trying to build organically, and you're not promoting. And you know, I could have 100 people in my room and make them watch the whole show and give away an iPad to the buyer, but that's not the business model I want to go with. And so I'm not doing that. And because of that, and I'm not promoting my shows using the Whatnot promote. And I'm not saying that other people shouldn't. If you believe in those tools, and those tools, you have a budget for those tools, and they are helping your business, you should use those tools. But like I said, I'm doing an experiment to see if I can build just through good customer service and showing up consistently. And you can. It's just going to be small. So I started off like really frustrated, but, you know, like I said, I've had some back pain, and it was a case of the Mondays, and I was like, I have 1,000 other things that I'd rather be doing right now. And I'm here showing things and people that I showed yesterday that people didn't buy again today. So I was like, is this even worth my time? Honestly, I was feeling like that. But then I got that compliment, and that buyer did not buy anything today. She just came in and saw that I was live, and she said that, and then it made me take off. Like, it picked up my mood, and I think that showed in the camera as well. And we got some, we end up selling, how many items? That's 6, 7, 14, like 25 items maybe moved. And some of them, actually today was the first day that there were a few little bidding wars. And so, yeah, and people say don't start at $1. I agree. Don't listen to me. But I wanted to start at $1 because I wasn't doing any of the other things. I don't think that you can start at whatever you want, honestly. If you have like mother jeans or, you know, some of the free people palettes that you paid up a lot for, you cannot, I'm not going to advise anybody to lose money. But even if I break even on these items, I'm looking at it as part of, I'm paying for promotion through this way by starting things at $1. And I don't have every show that starts at $1. I have some $5 plus, like today's Tuesday, the Toward show, minimum things start at is $5. I have implemented a markdown system that if things don't sell within a certain amount of shows, they'll be marked down incrementally every like 5 to 10 shows. But the customers don't know that. I mean, you guys know that. And who's going to take a chance? Somebody might buy it before. Some things might not ever get down to $1 because I know that they will sell on Poshmark and eBay. So I'll just pull them and list them. So I'm saying so a lot. I apologize. And I don't like this sports bra that I have on with this shirt. That's why I keep tugging at it. It's not a Feeling Girl wireless sculpt, friends. That's for sure. I'm sorry that's so rude. But we're friends now, right? What was I saying? Yeah, this is just what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And, you know, I'm trying to go rebuild slow and steady. And I feel like you have to get over the idea of that you want, you need 100 people in your room. I actually think if you can have a good 10, 20 buyers that are going to bid against each other, then that's all you need in the room is a good 10, 20 buyers. Now, if you don't have people, this person has 2 bundles. So my bundle shipping, which I did explain to the other people during the customers during the live, how it works is that I set up a shipping profile for large flat rate priority boxes, 7 items ship for $9.21 because a priority flat rate box is $9.21. But I can get 7 items in here easily. That's why, not easily, depending on what they get. And then weight isn't an issue because weight goes up to 70 pounds on a large priority box. So I think implementing that strategy and explaining that to the customers also helps. Like, you're going to pay one price for shipping for every 7 items you buy. So once you crack the seal and buy 1 item, you might as well buy some more because you're still within your shipping range. But I forgot. You guys, I'm sorry. I do much better when I take notes down. Ooh, and I don't have my mic on today. My fancy new mic that I bought. I got to get used to it. It'll be in tomorrow's video. I had it in yesterday's. What was I saying? If you don't mind slow organic growth, I think, and we shall see. I'm only 11 days in. I might be crying tomorrow. But I think like over time, if I kept this up and I was consistent, I would, as a person with a small, very small YouTube following and social media presence, like I wasn't like a Nicole State, and I'm not selling, high-end pallet pools. I'm not starting Lululemon at $1 in these shows. I've got Target brand stuff. Now I do have some nicer pre-owned things, and that's another thing. I'm selling pre-owned things as well. So I think it's about being consistent, finding some buyers, because there's just lots of lookers and giveaway groupies on whatnot. And, if you are a giveaway groupie, I don't mean to offend you. I mean, if I'm in a show and there's a giveaway, I'll enter it as well. But I'm also there to buy. And I'm there to promote my own business as well. So I do go into other people. Ooh, there's someone here. Let's see what that is. So I do go into other people's shows to promote my show and support them and encourage them. And if I see something that I like, either A, I want to wear for myself, or I can flip for profit, I will buy it. I do have some credit. So I have been shopping, and I can get more credit if you use my code to sign up. I like to use that credit, actually for giveaways. But since I'm determined this month to spend the month not giving away stuff, but just growing organically, it's kind of just sitting there. So maybe instead of giveaways, I'll just use it like I have had in the past to support other sellers by making purchases. And I think that's all it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stay with it. And the reason I started off that Whatnot is a marathon that you have to sprint the entire way, because I feel like it just has added so much work to my day between prepping the shows. So like the Torrid show, the menswear show, the premium shows where I'm not starting things at $1. I am loading the store. And so you got to have photos, you got to have descriptions, you have to do all that stuff. So that takes time. And then the shipping, in September, my husband will take back over the shipping part, because he doesn't do shipping for Whatnot, but he's going to start in September. I just wanted to do it myself while we were doing this, but I think I found a rhythm, but it is a lot of work. And like I mentioned in my other video, I have fallen behind on some other tasks. That's not just due to Whatnot, that's due to some other obligations I've committed myself to. But I can see in September, when I don't have those obligations, how I will be able to consistently list for my other platforms, source for my other platforms, as well as Whatnot if we need to, and grow all parts of my business. So I do see a way to do it when I don't have other things, other obligations outside of work going on that are stealing my time. And so that's good. And that's what this period is for, is to work out a schedule, because where I don't get burned out, I want to be able to be sustainable in my Whatnot auctions, because before it's taking me over. And if you don't want it to take you over, this is another thing. Except for the dollar shows, I'm going to limit how many items I run. I'm probably only going to run no more than 100 at the high end, because you see how, you guys, well, you can't see, but you see how nicely I like to package up the sales. So of course that takes time. Some people are just throwing them in a box. I've received plenty of things, not even folded, just balled up in a poly mailer, from Whatnot Sellers. I don't like that. If that's how you want to send your stuff out, that's fine. I whatever. I like it to look like I put some effort into it, because shoot, people are spending their hard-earned money. And like I always say, I don't care if it's $1. Oh, I just ripped this bag. I don't care if it's $1 or $100. It's still somebody's money, and we all work hard for our money, and we need to respect each other's money. And I want people to normalize secondhand or pre-owned or shopping on platforms like Whatnot. So I want them to know that you're going to get regular department store quality delivery packaging. I mean, something like you would expect if you actually order these from Target. It's not going to just be thrown in a box. But going forward, when I start getting those big shows where people are, like I saw somebody running 500 items, and they had 562 items already sold. They were like on 563. And the thought of that causes me anxiety. That would take me all day to do shipping on that, and I wouldn't be able to get it out the next day. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm never gonna say never. I did a show where I ran 500 items when I got to 5K, and it took me and my husband working together like 2 days to get shipping done. So, I mean, I got a much more organized system now, so it wouldn't be as bad, but I don't want to do that. Well, I'm going to stop rambling on, and I'm going to finish shipping and prep the Torrid show, and I will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's update. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit all the buttons, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for support. See you in the next one, or see you in my live. Let me set the scene. We hustle hard, second green, living out the dream. From clothes and kicks, we